She played for Alabama last season. And we are underway for Alabama against Auburn at Coleman Coliseum. First possession for the Crimson Tide, a team averaging 74.5 points per game. Alabama starting the game with Jessica Timmons really running point, Loyal McQueen playing off the ball. Queen misfires on a three-pointer, and the Tigers will get it back. Starting five for the Auburn Tigers. Mingo-Young, the point guard. Didn't play point guard during her time at Alabama. Joined by Scott Grayson. Just misses there. And a rebound to the Crimson Tide. And a familiar starting five for Alabama. Ashlee Barker, the focal point of this offense, averaging 17 per game. Essence Cody with the first two for the Tide.
Great look by there by Timmons. You know, they know, and Alabama's expecting Auburn to really jump out on those ball screens.
Collins a double-double last game against Kentucky. 19 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, big game for Collins last time. You know, Coach really talks about how she's the catalyst on the defensive end, but showed up on the offensive end for him last game, and they need that.
Mingo-Young ties this game. Played for the Crimson Tide previously after starting her career playing for Johnny Harris at Mississippi State.
Yeah, Coach Harris talked about really how much she's grown as a vocal leader. As a freshman, she was quiet, but now she knows what kind of play that she wants, and she's loud and she's vocal for the team.
Sydney Shaw just in the game off the bench. Tried to go down low, but there's Cody for Alabama. Timmons on the run. Will go to the free throw line.
Good hands there by Cody.
January 21st, Crimson Tide only scored 65 points, but Timmons in that game scored 26, and that was a new career high for her, what she did on a day where it took a while for Aaliyah Nye to get going with some foul trouble. Also, Ashlee Barker held well below her average.
Yeah, big game for her against Auburn last time, and you know.
Mingo-Young against Barker. Back out to Scott Grayson. Picks her moment. Off the back iron from three, and the basketball to Alabama. Aaliyah Nye. Her first three.
That's a good sign right there for Alabama. Nye knocking it down.
Tigers with Mingo-Young attacks and scores.
2 points for JaMya Mingo-Young.
Nice strong attack there by Mingo-Young to get to the rim.
Both teams 2 of 5 from the floor to begin this game. The difference, Alabama's knocked down a three-pointer with Aaliyah Nye. Barker to the rim. No-look layup.
Beautiful finish there by Ashlee Barker.
Auburn certainly slowing down this game so far with its pace. Mingo-Young lost control of it. Basketball to the Crimson Tide with Timmons. Shot clock winding down. Contact and the basketball to the Tigers. Duhan on the fast break against Barker. And a foul called against Barker. That'll lead us to a timeout on the floor. It's been fast. It's been physical so far. According to Charlie Cream's bracketology, as the number 9 seed projected right now, Auburn last 4 in. That's good, but you want to take away that conversation for Selection Sunday.
Yes, you absolutely do, Roger.
And when Duhan was fouled in the fast break attempt by Ashlee Barker before we went to break. And she'll go 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Auburn's made it a 3-point game. And the Crimson Tide a little out of control. Basketball back to the Tigers. Both teams with 1 turnover so far. Good baseline out of bounds play to Simbani.
It looks like just a lack of communication there by the Crimson Tide.
Now 1-point Alabama lead. Aaliyah Nye brings it back to Vol.
Great job there by McQueen reading the defense.
Scott Grayson thought about it. The extra pass pays off to Duhan. Barker to the rim. Another one.
That's a nice job right there by Alabama. Not taking a lot of time, wasting time, and letting Auburn get set up in their defense, but just go ahead, getting that screen at the top of the key. Barker attacking, going downhill. Nice job.
Simbani through traffic to Scott.
2 points for Savannah Scott.
Nice job there by Scott. Freshman on freshman, post players right there. It'll be fun to watch this game.
McQueen finding Barker. High arching three.
That's a deep bubble three for Sarah Ashlee Barker.
Duhan, Scott. Too strong this time, and then a whistle blown. Scott heads to the bench for the Tigers. Seen some solid minutes recently for Gianna Cunningham for Alabama. Scored 6 points off the bench against LSU last Sunday. Carly Weathers inside the arc, knocks it down. Speaking of playing well against LSU, knocked down a three-pointer, had 4 rebounds against the Tigers a week ago in Baton Rouge. Bostic to the rim, draws the foul.
Gianna Cunningham, her first.
Nice driving kick right there. You see, great little hezzy. One dribble, pull up, knocks it down. Nice job by Weathers.
For Auburn, Marshall Bostic, shooting 2.
Shows you how much Auburn was worried about as well. Sarah Ashlee Barker getting hit downhill, driving to the rim.
Yes, absolutely. She's already done a great job scoring downhill. So, hey, she's got their attention, and that's when she dishes. Nice job.
Barker leading the way with 7 points for Alabama. Last foul on Cunningham. Bostic goes 2 for 2 at the line. Barker to Weathers. Off the mark, Barker fighting for the rebound, but the battle is won by the Tigers. After the Milton board, Mingo-Young scoring, and it's once again starting to tighten up in Tuscaloosa. Final minute of this first quarter. Miss handoff and the Bostic steal. Bostic got it.
Hey, Auburn started on the defensive end. They do what they do. They were in those passing lanes, really putting the pressure on Alabama right there. Great job by Auburn getting the turnover and the bucket.
Final possession of the first quarter. Shot clock turned off. Alabama's lead trimmed to 1 thanks to the 6-0 Auburn run. Alabama trying to limit the turnovers. Already 3 in the first 10 minutes. Carly Weathers to Timmons. Right before the buzzer.
And there's no doubt she has stepped up for her team this year.
16.7 points per game, 8th best in the SEC. Has the 5th best field goal percentage in the league as well, 51%. And active hands on defense. Barker leads the Crimson Tide attack. Ripped away by Milton.
Good hands there by Auburn.
Auburn too fast in transition on that pass to Mingo-Young. Belgian Berger-Williams in this game for the Crimson Tide, finding Barker. She tried to go to Cody. Milton with a clean steal. Scott Grayson, left baseline. Yes.
Great awareness there by Scott Grayson. Great little cut back door for that pass.
Williams felt the pressure, but a foul call against the Crimson Tide.
That being her first foul, that's a tough first foul for her. But doing a much better job so far this game of staying out of foul trouble.
Comes with 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Shaw. Auburn's first three-pointer gives the Tigers their first lead of the game, 23-21.
Yeah, and Shaw will definitely knock it down. That's one they don't want given a three-point look to.
McQueen fights in. Auburn fights the basketball away, then a foul on McQueen. Tigers 2 of 4 from the floor here in this second quarter. The Tide misfiring on 4 shots. Shaw. Again, another three-pointer, Sydney Shaw. 8-0 Auburn run to start the second period. Nye, Cunningham, Alabama's first 2 of the second quarter. Shaw's had the hot hand from beyond the arc. Milton will go to Collins with 5 in the shot clock. Collins against Barker. Contact. Ball out of play and will stay. Only 1.6 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Catch and release for Scott Grayson won't go. At least they got the shot off. That'll be Barker. Going to kickstart the Alabama offense. Aaliyah Nye on the front iron. Ball out of play will stay with Alabama. Contact before the ball even comes in play between Mingo-Young and Nye. Nye, the turnaround, banks in.
Nice shot there by Nye.
Collins hasn't attempted a shot today. 19 last time out against Kentucky.
Yeah, and that's one thing Coach Harris talked about was how Collins needs to be a little more selfish.
JaMya Mingo-Young right to the rim that time for the Tigers. Barker left open. Too strong to the right. Cody the rebound, but Mingo-Young fights in for the basketball.
Nice job there by Mingo-Young getting in there.
Sydney Shaw, we've seen her score from outside, tried to pass it off to Collins. The basketball will stay with the Tigers.
Good hands there by Cody.
Quickly into Scott Grayson, and she scores. Auburn with a clean steal. Collins, the catalyst of the Auburn defense with her first points, and it's thanks to her strong play on D.
Absolutely. They were jumping all in the passing lanes, and Collins is their catalyst, and she is leading her team well right now.
So she helped score 19 against Kentucky. Alabama tried for an answer, but there's Collins with the defensive rebound. Mingo-Young to Scott Grayson. Same song for the Auburn Tigers that's been singing all throughout this second quarter.
A nice job by Auburn picking up the tempo. They're, really using their turnovers to their advantage, pushing the ball, scoring in transition, not letting Bama get their defense set.
2.5 minute scoring drought for Alabama. It's been an 8-0 Auburn run. The tip-in goes for the tie.
Lucky there by Cody.
Milton driving in against Cody, draws the foul. Second foul on Cody. Young post players in this matchup between Milton and Scott for Auburn, Cody for Alabama. Timmons will go to the free throw line.
At free throw line for Alabama, Jessica Timmons, shooting 2.
Timmons knocks down the first. Angel Reese, the number 13 LSU for a statement win. Coverage will start at 7 Eastern. 1 second difference in between the game clock and the shot clock as the second quarter winds down.
Nice job pulling it out there, looking for the last shot.
Bostic right to the rim, and Auburn's got an 8-point lead.
Beautiful job there by Bostic.
Third quarter underway at Coleman Coliseum. Barker driving left side, leaves it short. Mingo-Young. Simbani blocked from behind, thanks to Cody. Mingo-Young flashing to the basket. Contact, and she scores, however, a charge.
Beautiful job by Timmons. Beautiful job there by Timmons.
Barker had to deal with the full court pressure from Collins. Barker, yes!
Beautiful downhill take there and finish by Barker.
Makes it a 6-point game after Auburn led 37-29 at halftime. Freshman against freshman. Scott wins the battle.
That was a great job by Scott, really getting position, getting big down there in the post and demanding the ball. Nice job there by the freshman.
Back to an 8-point margin. Barker against Collins. Into the paint. Barker scores again. Scott Grayson driving baseline. Third traffic couldn't connect, and it's Alabama basketball. Barker. And a whistle blown, and a foul will be called against Auburn, and Scott Grayson deep in transition, really away from Barker. Took away what could have been a fast break opportunity for the tie.
Scott Grayson.
Technical foul called.
Her first, team foul number 2.
Scott Grayson wanting the call down there, I'm sure, is what stemmed from it.
JaMya Mingo-Young calming her down. Aaliyah Nye will shoot the technical free throws for the Crimson Tide. Nye, a 67% free throw shooter. Misses the first.
Definitely been a quiet night for Scott Grayson.
4 for 2 for Nye at the free throw line.
You can see right here, she takes it to the basket. She's wanting the foul, talking to the ref right there. Probably saying a little too much. Gets her the tech.
Conversation with Eric Bruton continued up the floor. And the technical foul is called. Crimson Tide trailing by 5, gets the possession back after the technical free throws. Foul call here against Auburn.
Alabama needs to take advantage. They're calling these touch fouls, so Alabama needs to take it to them. Not to stand back and let their pressure affect them, but attack them.
First 3 minutes of the third quarter, 3 fouls on Auburn. Ashlee Barker continues her great scoring. She had 7 points in the first half. Now she's got 7 here in the third quarter.
Stepping up big for her team.
2-point game. Collins keeps the possession. Mingo-Young fights through and scores.
And that's a strong take right there by Mingo-Young.
To Cody. She'll go to the free throw line.
Beautiful high-low look right there.
Cody fouled by Milton before we went to break. First one in and out for the freshman. Donald's All-American, a 5-star recruit, signing with Alabama. And a starting post player in the SEC as a freshman. And bounce pass from McQueen, finding Nye. Tried to go to Cody, too strong in the pass.
Not a bad look, just not a great pass.
Bostic with some speed. Alabama and Auburn fighting for it. Still loose and out of play off Bostic after all of that.
You can see here the great hustle by both teams.
You would think either a reach and foul, jump ball.
Something.
That entire sequence we just saw. Nye to the rim. 2-point game.
Beautiful take there by Nye.
11 points for Nye. Only 2 made 3-pointers for her in this game. Bostic. Go to the free throw line. Foul, in essence, Cody right before we went to break. And the first free throw is good from Marshawn Bostic. Cody now with 3 fouls for the Crimson Tide. Alabama with thinner depth in the post. Cody's been in foul trouble some this season. Naomi Jones, a freshman, unavailable for today's game with a lower leg injury. It's going to really be up to Gianna Cunningham off the bench, as well as Meg Newman.
Yeah. Naomi Jones being out is definitely going to hurt the Tide. That's not good for them. You know, They're a little thinner in the post.
Auburn, a great opportunity to try and build on a 3-point lead. Honesty Scott Grayson back in this game after she picked up a technical foul earlier in the third quarter. Simbani, the head fake. Trying to pass it off to Collins, who keeps the possession alive. Scott Grayson off the iron with the three. Auburn fighting for the rebound. The basketball will go to Alabama. Foul called. Alabama in the bonus, so free throws coming up for Sarah Ashlee Barker.
Auburn really dictated everything, and Alabama's done a much better job coming into this second half, attacking and not letting their pressure.
16 points for Sarah Ashlee Barker. Alabama to within one. Some full court pressure after the made free throw. Bostic, Scott Grayson beat the press.
This is where, if you're Coach Harris, you really want to see Scott Grayson do something for you.
Collided with Barker and at least drew the foul. Free throws coming up for Honesty Scott Grayson.
Shooting two.
Scott Grayson, 3 of 10 from the floor, just made her first free throw. Missed the second. Defensive rebound, Cunningham. Aaliyah Nye attacking the paint. Ball gets tangled up and taken away by the Tigers. Scott Grayson with a three.
Big shot right there by Scott Grayson.
5-point advantage for Auburn. Timmons tried to go to Cunningham. Still loose. Simbani picked it up for a moment.
Bodies all over the floor.
Finally, Tiger basketball. Scott Grayson just made her first three-pointer of the game. Duhan driving against Cunningham, too strong. Nye, the rebound on top of Cunningham, who's shaken up.
Good hands there. And then you see hustling everywhere. Great job kicking out to Scott Grayson. And hey, that's big. This is when your leading scorer steps up, and she absolutely did and knocked it down.
Great inbounds play again to Honesty Scott Grayson. Barker from the corner. Off the iron. Mingo-Young with the rebound. To Scott Grayson. The spin. Couldn't connect. Offensive rebound, Auburn. Mingo-Young leaves the three-pointer short. Another offensive board. The putback will go. It's an 8-0 Auburn run. Timeout, Alabama. This is Barker. Left it short. Tiger basketball. No surprise, it was Collins with the defensive rebound. To Duhan, who scored, and that had that one rim out. And the Crimson Tide get it back. Foul called in transition on Scott Grayson.
Yeah, and that's not what you want right there. Not a smart foul right there.
Opportunity at the line with Timmons. This is the first. Timmons 5 of 6 at the line today. JaMya Mingo-Young running this Auburn offense. Former Crimson Tide player that transferred from Tuscaloosa to Auburn over the offseason.
You can tell Mingo-Young wants it bad.
She finds Collins right to the rim. Taylon Collins.
Man, what a take there by Collins. And that's where you know Coach Harris talks about she doesn't want her to be selfish. She wants her to be more selfish because she's so unselfish. But when you see her drive like that, you know Coach wants more of that.
1.1 second to work with. Mingo-Young will put the basketball down on the floor. Auburn basketball to start the fourth quarter. Tigers with Scott Grayson. Couldn't get the bounce that time. Keeping the ball in play with Duhan. Scott Grayson resets the possession.
Again, good hustle by Auburn.
Taken away by the Crimson Tide. Aaliyah Nye. In and out on the three-pointer. And the basketball stays with Alabama. Crimson Tide initially ruled to have the basketball. The officials talked about it and determined the ball belonged to Auburn. So Alabama will not score on its first possession. Won't get to keep the basketball after the missed three-pointer. Scott Grayson against Cody.
Great job right there by the freshman post. Knowing her teammate needs help. Not getting that foul called. Great job.
Mingo-Young off balance. Too strong. Timmons the defensive rebound. This is Nye. Blocked from behind by Duhan. Into Nye. Left the three-pointer short. And then a foul called fighting for the rebound. This will go the other way. Full court pressure following the timeout. Stolen by Barker. She'll score and one. Sarah Ashlee Barker.
And here you see it right here. Staying on it, getting her hands on the ball, getting the steal and one.
At the free throw line for Alabama, Sarah Ashlee
18
Barker,
points for Barker. Always hustle. 19 points with the and one, so she gets Alabama 3 points closer. Bostic picks up her dribble and a turnover on the Tigers. Baseline out of bounds play. It'll go to Weathers in the left front court. Barker. Timmons, a good fake. And the score, Jessica Timmons. Alabama fighting for the ball with Nye. Possession arrow favors the Crimson Tide. All-around player Aaliyah Nye. Tide trailing by 5. Timmons. Couldn't connect on that. Open look at the rim. Scott Grayson quickly down the floor. She has the answer. Tigers back in front by 7.
I think Timmons couldn't believe how open she was.
Carly Weathers tees up a three.
Great driving kick right there. Way to knock it down. And then you see Alabama coming with the pressure.
Auburn just got it into Duhan, stolen by Nye. Timmons is there. Alabama keeps fighting back. 2-point game. Timeout Auburn.
Big difference.
Home court advantage certainly helping the Tide as well, just like it helped Auburn at the end of January down on the Plains. Full court pressure. Alabama trailing by 2. Auburn with the basketball with Duhan.
You can hear the crowd getting involved now.
Scott Grayson finding Duhan. She's got it.
I tell you, Duhan has showed up big tonight. Little plays, buckets at just the right time for her team.
Essence Cody playing with 4 fouls. Sets a screen for Barker. Barker got it again, and one again. Barker making the difference for Alabama. He's got another and one opportunity. Perfect at the line today. 22 points, and once again.
Smart move there by JaMya Mingo-Young to pull it back.
Tried to go to Milton into the backcourt. Backcourt violation. Another opportunity for Alabama to take the lead. Barker. Attacking again. Scoring again. How does Ashlee Barker keep doing it? She's put Alabama in front.
Unbelievable job by Barker. So much contact, but goes and finishes strong regardless.
Auburn now trailing a 15-4 Alabama fourth quarter. Mingo-Young will go to the line.
Fifth personal foul.
Cody will foul out, picking up this fifth personal foul.
At the free throw line for Auburn.
Cody fouls out 4 points today. Some key defense at times for Alabama, though, along with the rebounds. First free throw, no good for Mingo-Young. She ties the game at 57.
Mingo-Young scores one.
Meg Newman extended minutes with Cody fouling out of this game. Finds Nye. Nye just shoots it. Leaves it short. There's Newman, an offensive rebound.
Good board there by Newman.
Everything resets for Alabama. Time winding down. Nye beats the clock. Alabama back by 3.
Huge shot there by Nye. Great job. It all started by Newman getting that offensive board and then being able to reset their offense.
Scott Grayson, a deflection and a foul. 3 shots should be coming up for Scott Grayson.
Ooh, that's a tough call right there.
3 shots coming up for Odyssey Scott Grayson, who is a great free throw shooter, 80% on the year.
Yeah, definitely not the foul that you want there.
Leaves the first one short. Misfires on the first 2.
Really, Scott Grayson has just really had trouble finding that groove.
Goes 1 for 3 at the line to make it a 2-point game. Just over 2 minutes to go. Timmons right to the rim. Got it!
Amazing downhill drive right there by Timmons coming off the on-ball screen.
2-possession lead. Auburn with some work to do. Mingo-Young couldn't connect. Duhan misfires there. Alabama the rebound with Barker. Foul situation, 4 fouls on Alabama, just 2 on Auburn. A long way to go to put Alabama in the bonus. Mingo-Young went for the steal. Timmons kept the possession. Aaliyah Nye, possibly the dagger for Alabama.
Man, you gotta love Timmons there, setting her team up well, attacking the basket, finding her shooter in the corner. Amazing job by Timmons.
Final minute in Tuscaloosa. Scott Grayson in and out. Barker another rebound. Timmons maintaining the possession against Mingo-Young. Timmons couldn't connect there. Fight for the basketball, won by Auburn. Tigers trailing by 7. Mingo-Young with a key three-pointer. JaMya Mingo-Young makes it a 4-point game. Auburn with just one left as well. Just over the timeline to Nye, and then a quick foul on Shaw. Scott Grayson back in for the Tigers. Into Barker, quickly bumped by Duhon for the 4th team foul in this 4th quarter.
It was a tough pass there by Weathers, almost a turnover. You have to be careful throwing it back towards the opponent's goal.
Then Barker fouled again by Duhon, trying to grow a 4-point lead. Barker 5 for 5 at the line. That misses. Auburn quickly calls timeout. Scott Grayson, the inbounds pass. Into Mingo-Young. Quickly to Scott Grayson. Left the three-pointer short. Alabama with Barker the rebound. And a foul with 5.9 seconds remaining. Barker stepping up her rebounds up to 7 in this game. Another opportunity at the free throw line. 6-point Alabama lead.
Just can't say enough good things about Barker. Done a little bit of everything tonight.
Mingo-Young with the rebound. 3 seconds left. At the buzzer. That's off to the right, and this game belongs to Alabama.